Damper. Hi my beautiful stars, I hope that you're doing so well today. If you're new here, my name is Molly and welcome to my little slice of pie here on the internet. On this channel you'll find lifestyle, beauty, book, fashion, thrifted fashion related content. I love thrifting. Today's video is a thrifted book haul. I encourage you to join me here on this channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and I'm a little over halfway there, which is so exciting. Every time I notice I'm getting a new subscriber, it just makes my heart soar, and so I want to thank you for subscribing and liking my videos and commenting. All of that means the absolute world to me. So without further introduction, let's just get into today's haul. This is kind of a collective thrift book haul. Usually when I go to the thrift stores, I try to hold back from buying so many books because I have a lot to read. I am still working on Beautiful Creatures. It's a longer book than I imagined it would be. I was like, oh, it's only like 400 pages. No, it's like I think over 500. It's a longer book. I haven't read a book quite that long before, so it's new to me, and I try to read a couple chapters a night, and it's so good though, so I don't want to like over binge it and then not fully enjoy it. These books all seemed amazing and I could not pass them up. So starting off, I found Heartless by Marissa Meyer, and they also wrote the Lunar Chronicles, and this is like, it looks like they write a lot about fairy tales, Cinderella. I think there's like a Rapunzel one in here, Snow White. So all these sound really good, and this one is based in Wonderland. I'll read the little synopsis for you as always, and let me know down below what book you would read out of all these that I end up sharing with you. Heartless is about Catherine. Catherine may be one of the most desired girls in Wonderland and a favorite of the unmarried king, but her interests lie elsewhere. A talented baker, she wants to open up a shop and create delectable pastries. But for her mother, such a goal is unthinkable for a woman who could be a queen. At a royal ball where Kath is expected to receive the king's marriage proposal, she meets handsome and mysterious Jest. For the first time, she feels the pull of true attraction. At the risk of offending the king and infuriating her parents, she and Jest enter into a secret courtship. Kath is determined to choose her own destiny, but in a land thriving with magic, madness, and monsters, fate has other plans. You probably already know this about me if you've been watching me for a while or if you know me in real life. I love Alice in Wonderland. Anything to do with it is like my favorite thing ever. I've always loved it. I really relate to Alice as a character. She's super curious and I am too. Even though this is not about Alice in particular, I think it'll be cool that it's based in Wonderland. This one is called Waiting for Tom Hanks, and this is by Carrie Winfrey. I've heard of this one before, but I kind of forgot about it, and then I found it at a Goodwill and I'm like, I'm definitely snatching this up. This one is about Annie Cassidy, and she dreams of being the next Nora Ephron. She spends her days writing screenplays, rewatching Sleepless in Seattle, same, and waiting for her movie perfect meet cute. If she could just find her own Tom Hanks, a man who's sweet, sensitive, and possibly owns a houseboat, her problems would disappear and her life would be perfect. But Tom Hanks is nowhere in sight. When a movie starts filming in her neighborhood and Annie gets a job on set, it seems like a sign. Then Annie meets the lead actor, Drew Danforth, a cocky prankster who couldn't be less like Tom Hanks if he tried. Their meet cute is more of a meet fail, but soon Annie finds herself sharing some classic rom-com moments with Drew. Her Tom Hanks can't be an actor who's leaving for town in a matter of days. Can he? Seems like a simple, fun, cute read. I love rom-com books. They're my favorites, and I read a lot of those last year, so gotta keep the tradition going. Today, I actually went thrifting with my mom, and I found 2 books. It's actually the only thing I bought at the thrift store, which is really weird. And I found Crazy Rich Asians, which I've been finding a lot at the Goodwill, but I just kept passing it up. And this time, I just felt like I needed to buy it. I watched part of the movie when it was on TV a couple months ago, and I really liked it, so I assume I'll like the book. And if you have not read Crazy Rich Asians like me, this is about when New Yorker Rachel Chu agrees on a summer in Singapore to visit her boyfriend's traditional Chinese family. She expects the trip to be relaxing, if a little dull. She has no idea. Nick's childhood home is a palace. He grew up riding in more private planes than cars. He and Rachel will be attending the wedding of the year. Oh, and Nick just happens to be one of Asia's most eligible bachelors. And his formidable mother isn't so sure Rachel is the right one for him. I don't know, just something about this sounds really good. I, again, like the first half of the movie, first moments of the movie, and so I think I'll like this book very much so. And with that, I also found Lauren Conrad's book. I didn't know that she was an author, but I love Lauren Conrad. I feel like this brings me back to my middle school time. I always loved doing like hairstyles that were inspired by her, and this is called Sweet Little Lies, and it's an LA candy novel. My thrift store does a lot of cute like holiday setups, and this was a part of the Valentine's Day one. I love Valentine's Day, so if I can do any reading around the holiday, I will. And this one is about Jane Roberts, and she's an average girl next door until she meets her best friend Scarlett Hart, and they landed their own reality show, LA Candy. Now the girls have an all-access pass to Hollywood's hottest everything. But there's more to life on camera than just parties and shopping. When racy photos of Jane are leaked to the press, she finds herself at the center of a tabloid scandal. She turns to her co-star Madison Parker for help, unaware that Madison is scheming behind the scenes. She might be Jane's shoulder to cry on, but does Madison really have Jane's back? Scarlett's working on a scandal of her own. She's fallen for someone who's strictly off limits, which means Scarlett has a big secret to keep. From the LA Candy cameras, the paparazzi staking out her apartment, even from her best friend. Of course, nothing stays secret for long, for the stars of the newest hit TV series, and all this drama can be better for ratings. But can Jane survive another season in the spotlight? In television star Lauren Conrad's dishy, entertaining novel about young Hollywood, the lies are only as sweet as the people telling them. I think this is kind of a perfect book for Lauren Conrad because she was in TV shows herself, so I'm excited to read that one. Then I found Vampire Academy, and this one I found at Goodwill. This is by Rochelle Mead, and I love this movie, so the moment that I found this book I was like, I need to just pick it up. If you haven't watched the movie or read the series, it's about Alyssa Drugmuir, and she's a Morai princess, a mortal vampire with a rare gift for harnessing the earth's magic. She must be protected at all times from Strigoi, the fiercest vampires, the ones who never die. The powerful blend of human and vampire blood that flows through Rose Hathaway, Lissa's best friend, makes her a damper. Rose is dedicated to a dangerous life of protecting Lissa from the Strigoi, who are hell-bent on making Lissa one of them. After 2 years of freedom, Rose and Lissa are caught and dragged back to St. Vladimir's Academy, a school for vampire royalty and their guardians-to-be, hidden in the deep forests of Montana. But inside the Iron Gates, life is even more fraught with danger, and the Strigoi are always close by. Rose and Lissa must navigate their dangerous world, confront the temptations of forbidden love, and never once again let their guard down, lest the evil undead make Lissa one of them forever. I love supernatural books too, so this will be definitely a good one. And the last one I found was actually when I went thrifting in Wisconsin with some of my friends, and I found The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn. This is, I know that there's like a mock show or movie coming out with Kristen Bell that's like the woman watching the woman in the window or something like that. This book is kind of a thriller, and I actually bought this for my best friend Katrina for Christmas. I did blind dates with the book for a lot of my friends. When I found that for her, I was like, I know she'll let me borrow it, but I really want it, so I ended up finding it at the Thrift. This is the most I've spent on a book at a thrift store. It was $7, but it's hardcover, and I think I'm gonna like it because I have been on the hunt for it ever since, and it isn't paranoia if it's really happening. Anna Fox lives alone, a recluse in her New York City home, unable to venture outside. She spends her days drinking wine, maybe too much, watching old movies, recalling happier times, and spying on her neighbors. Then the Russells move into the house across the way, a father, a mother, and their teenage son. The perfect family. But when Anna, gazing out her window one night, sees something she shouldn't, her world begins to crumble, and its shocking secrets are laid bare. What is real? What is imagined? Who is in danger and who is in control? In this diabolically gripping thriller, no one and nothing is what it seems. Twisty and powerful, ingenious and moving, The Woman in the Window is a smart, sophisticated novel of psychological suspense that recalls the best of Hitchcock, an unforgettable thriller that Gillian Flynn calls amazing. Hashtag I know what I saw. I think that this sounds amazing. I started getting into thrillers like last year. I read like one or two, or yeah, one basically, because it was a horror thriller, but I want to get more into them. I bought more, I guess is what I should say, and I'm excited to read all these books. This is a pretty hefty stack. If you want to watch more book hauls of mine, I have them on my channel. I did one like 2 videos ago. I also did a recap of what I read in 2021 if you're interested in that. Otherwise, I would love it again if you subscribe, like this video, and comment down below what book you would read from the stack that I shared. I also did find When the Crawdads Sing. I forgot to grab that, but that is also a book I did thrift, and I'm excited to read that one too. Excited all around. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, shine bright. Bye!